This is the Roulette Master, and last night I tested out a new system from one of my subscribers, Chris, and I won $1,000 in 30 minutes with this system. It's called Dueling Dozens, and today we're going to test it again because I want to see if it can repeat that, and we're going to put it up against Fibonacci 12. I can't wait to share this with you. Let's see what happens, and let's start with Fibonacci 12 first. We're going to be betting on the longest, the 12 that's been the longest since it's hit to start, which will be first 12. Let's go ahead and spin. Here we go. And this is a great roulette system. There's a little bit of risk, but a lot of reward. And we lost that one. And we're going to place a second $10 bet on first 12. And here we go. That is a 15 black. And that's a loss. So now we place a $20 bet on first 12. Once you get to the $20 level, you always add up the two previous bets to get your next bet total with Fibonacci 12. And that's a 9 red. That's a $40 win. So we're up 20. We look for the next 12. That's been the longest since it's hit. In this case, it'd be third 12. So let's go ahead and put $10 on third 12 now. Here we go. Okay, that's a 00. So that's obviously a loss. And we'll put our second $10 bet on third 12 and spin. Here we go. That is a 29 black. Okay, that's a $20 win. Fantastic. So we're up $30 now. And the longest to hit now would be second 12. So we'll put a $10 bet there and spin. That's a 3 red. And that's a loss. So we'll place a second, well, that one will go to 20 now. So after it goes to 20, you always add up the two previous bets. So 10 and 10 makes 20. And that's a 32 red. And that's a loss. So now we add up 20 plus 10. We'll have a $30 bet on second 12 with Fibonacci 12. And again, that's just adding up the two previous bets. And I can't wait to share with you Dueling Dozens coming up here. And that's a loss right there. So we're going to go up again here. And we were at 30. Now we're going to be at 50 on second 12. So it goes 10, 10, 20, 30, 50. Okay, that's a 4 black. And that's a loss. So we're going to go 50 to 80 with Fibonacci 12 and spin on second 12 here. As long as you get a win with the bankroll that we have, you just restart. And that's a 36 red. And we're going to go from 80 to 130 now. That's because we're going to add up the two previous bets of 80 and 50. And here we go again. That's another loss on 9 red. Okay, so we'll go to 210 on second 12. And again, this is a $2,000 bankroll system. So we have some more arrows to throw here, but we need to get a second 12 win here pretty soon. That is another loss. So we go all the way from 210 to 340. So we add up the two previous bets and spin. And we'll check our balance here in a second. Okay, we finally got a win. And if we hadn't won that one, we would have had to place a $550 bet. Now we're up $180 though. And so now let's go ahead and the last one to hit now would be, or longest to hit now would be first 12. So let's go ahead and spin. So again, that's 10, 10, 20, 30, 50, 80, 130, 210, 340, 550. And that's a $20 win there. We're currently up $200. So we'll be on third 12 for 10. And if you have enough bankroll after the 550, I think it goes to 890. But you're just adding up those two previous bets. And that's a loss there. We'll place our second $10 bet on third 12 and see if we can get a high number here. And we did. That's a 25 red. Okay, so we're up to 10. And we'll be on second 12. That's the longest since it's hit now. And let's go ahead and spin. And I can't wait to share with you Dueling Dozens coming up. And it was fantastic last night, and that's another win. So we'll be on first 12 now for 10. That's the longest since it's hit. We're currently up $230. And here we go. And that's another win, 3 red. We'll take it. Okay, so we're up 250 now, and we'll be on third 12 for 10. And again, it goes 10, 10, 20, 30, 50, 80, 130, and then 210, 340, 550, and 890. So you have a lot of chances there if you have a good bankroll, which we'll talk about here coming up. And let's go ahead and we'll go, let's see, that'll go from 10 to 20 on third 12. And if we lose this one, we'll add 20 plus 10 and get a $30 bet in there. That's a 10 black. Okay, so we'll add 20 plus 10. Now we have a $30 bet on third 12. We're 5 minutes in out of 15 with the first part of this challenge. And that is a 7 red. And that's another loss there. So we're going to rebet, add $20. Now we have a $50 bet on third 12. And let's go ahead and spin. Here we go. That's an 11 black. That's another loss. So we take the $50 bet, add it plus 30. Now we have an $80 bet on third 12. And that's a loss on 16 red. So we're going to go from 80 plus 50, which equals 130. And let's spin here again. That's a 24 black. Another loss though, so we're going to go to 210 on third 12. And again, it'll go 210, then 340, then 550, and then 890 if there's enough bankroll left. That's a 13 black, and that's another loss. So we'll go from 210 to 340. And then again, if we lose this one, we'll have a 550 bet on third 12. And we did. That's a double zero. My goodness. Okay, so we will have to put a 550 bet out there. And let's see how much we have left in the bankroll. Okay, so we have about 1,500 left in the bankroll. We'll see if we can get a win here on this one. And we didn't get it. That's a 10 black. So let's see what's left here. And we have about $830 left. We would need $890 for that next one, but that's close enough. So we can just go ahead and place that $890 bet. Or I'm sorry, let me see what we have here again. $830 is all we can do on third 12. I already went past that. Okay, so this isn't going that well right now, but let's see if we can get a win on third 12. All right, we got it, finally. That's a 35 black, and if you look over there, you can see that's the only one. That's a $1,660 win, and that's the only third 12 that's been there for a very long time. Now, all of a sudden, we're up $490. So there is a lot of reward when you go higher in the progression with Fibonacci 12, but that was pretty scary, I'm not going to lie. So we're going to be on second 12 for 10 now. We're at 490, and let's go ahead and spin. That's a 34 red. That's a loss. We'll place our second $10 bet on second 12. And again, the reason I had to make that last bet a few dollars less is because it was a $2,000 bankroll. And that's another loss there. We'll go to 20 on second 12. And let's go ahead and spin here. We're 8 minutes in out of 15 with Fibonacci 12. We'll see if we have more times like that, or if it'll get better from here. But we're up a lot. We're doing great, but that was definitely a little risky. Let's go ahead now, and we'll go from 20 to 30 after that loss. All right, here we go. That's a 2 black. Okay, we lost, so we'll go from 30 to 50 on second 12. Here we go again. That's a 1 red. That's another loss. So we're having trouble, with long streaks with missing out dozens, but that happens sometimes. So now we're going to be $80 on second 12, and then we're going to check our balance again here. And that's a 36 red. Those third 12s are coming in there now. And we're going to go from 80 to 130. We're currently up 290, so doing well. But let's see how high in the progression it goes this time. And I think we got that one. That's a 19 red. Fantastic. That's a 260 win. We're up $550 now. So that's the great part. And we're on first 12 now for 10. We're resetting here. And that's a 35 black. Now the third 12s are just pouring in. And we'll place our second second $10 bet on first 12. Then if we lose, we'll go to 20. Add up 10 plus 10. That's a 12 red. All right, that's a $20 win. We're up 560. And we'll be on second 12 is the longest since it's hit now. So let's go ahead and here we go. That's a 22 black. All right, that's a good win. So we're up 580 now. And we'll be on third 12 for 10. Here we go. That's an 11 black. All right, that's a loss. So we'll place our second $10 bet there on third 12. And let's see if we can get some high numbers here again. That's a 22 black. Okay, so we'll place a $20 bet on third 12 now. So again, it goes 10, 10, 20, 30, 50, 80, 130, 210, 340, 550, and 890. That is a loss there. So we're up 540 still, though. That's the good part. And this is a $30 total bet on third 12. And that's a double zero. That's a loss. So we'll have to increase that with the Fibonacci progression. And we're going to go from 30 to 50 on third 12. Again, we're just adding up our two previous bets to make our next bet. And that's a win on 26 black. We'll take it. That's a $100 win, and we're up $610 now. So that's awesome, and we'll be on first 12 for 10 now. Here we go. That's a 22 black. All right, that's a loss. We'll place our second $10 bet there now. And then from there, you just add up the two previous. That's a 31 black. Okay, that's a loss, so we'll place a $20 bet on first 12 now. We'll add up the 10 plus the 10. There we go. Okay, that's a win on 9 red. We'll take that. And we're up $630. So let's go ahead and spin again. Now we're looking at second 12 as the longest since it's hit. We got a little over 3 minutes left with this Fibonacci 12, and then it'll be time for dueling dozens. I can't wait to share with you how that went last night. And actually, we have our second $10 bet now on second 12. All right, here we go. And that's a 32 red. Okay, that's a $10 loss. We'll go to 20 now on second 12. And that's a 1 red. Okay, that's a loss, so we'll go to 30 on second 12. We'll add up the 20 plus the 10. Here we go. That's a 15 black. All right, that's a good $60 win. We're up $650 now, and we'll be on third 12 for 10. So real easy progression to remember just because you're just doing easy math in your head, and that makes it nice knowing what you're going to bet next. Here we go again. Okay, that's a loss on 17 black, so we're going to go from 10 to 20. And we're currently up $630. So doing really well with Fibonacci 12. And we have 2 minutes left with this before the new system of the day coming here from Chris. That's a nice $40 win. We're up $670. We'll be on first 12 for 10. All right, here we go. That's a 27 red, so that's a loss. We'll place another $10 bet out there. And this is a great system to make a lot of money in a short amount of time. It adds up pretty quick, and the higher you go in the progression, the more it rewards you. So we'll have a $20 bet on first 12 now. Here we go. Okay, that's a double zero. We don't want that, but we'll just increase the progression from 20 to 30. And spin again. Here we go. That's a 1 red. All right, that's a nice $60 win. Up $690 now. And it looks like we'll be on third 12 for 10. And we have 1 minute left with Fibonacci 12 before dueling dozens starts. And that's a 14 red. Okay, we'll replay that $10 bet on third 12. We go 10, 10, 20. 30, 50, 80, 130, 210, 340, 550, and 890. And there's a nice win there. we're up $700 now. So we'll be on first 12 for 10. Here we go. That's a 35 black. That's a loss. We'll repeat that bet on first 12. And that's a 34 red. That's another loss. Okay, so we'll go to 20. We'll add up the 10 plus the 10. And here we go. That's a 27 red. And we just ran out of time. So we made $660 profit with Fibonacci 12. Let me know down in the comments what you think of this one. And now it is time for the new roulette system of the day. I can't wait to share this new one from Chris. This is going to be fantastic, and can't wait to share with you how I've been doing with it. And let's see if it does great tonight. This is called Dueling Dozens from Chris. Here we go. All right, the time is finally here for Dueling Dozens by Chris. I did unbelievable with this last night, and I'm going to share with you what Chris has been up to win money in the casino. Let's start by putting a $10 bet on third, 12, and first column. You can pick any column or any 12 as long as there's some jackpot numbers. In this case, it'll be 25, 28, 31, 34. And let's go ahead and spin. And we're going to play these independently. And I'm going to share with you the progression and everything else. That's a 16, and that's a $10 win to start. So you can see we're up 10, and the first column won there, so it stays at 10. Third, 12 lost, so it goes from 10 to 20. Okay, let's go ahead and spin. And here we go. That is a 12 red. Okay, we lost both of them there, so they're both going to go up. So the third 12 is going to go from 20 to 30, and the first column is going to go from 10 to 20. Now we have a $50 total bet, and these bets, you know, one can be doing really well and the other one's not doing well, and that can really help you out. I'm going to share with you how that works, and that's a win there. We're up 20, but the win is on third 12, so we're going to take third 12 back to 10. And then first column is going to go from 20 to 30. Now we have a $40 total bet out there. And here we go. That's a 4 black. All right, that's a $50 win there, and we're up $70 already. So it looks like the first column hit. We're going to take that back to 10. Third 12 lost. We're going to go from 10 to 20. Now we're going to have a $30 total bet. And if you haven't noticed yet, this is a modified Fibonacci sequence, and that's a 30. I'll go over that in a second. That's a $30 win. We're up $100. So you can see third 12 now is going to go back to 10, and first column is going to go from 10 to 20. We're adding up the two previous bets for our next bet. There's just not two $10 bets, so it goes 10, 20, 30, 50, 80, 110, and then 130, and then 210. So we're up 70 now, and you can see on that last one there we lost on both. So third 12 will go to 20, first column will go to 30. And again, that's adding up the two previous bets just like we did in Fibonacci 12, just with a single 10. And that's a 31 black. That's a jackpot. That's a $100 win there. So we're up $170, and obviously if you hit both of them, you're going to reset. So that's awesome, and we'll just go ahead and put the bets back out there again and spin. All right, here we go. And this is Dueling Dozens by Chris. That's a 23 red, and that's a loss there on both. So third 12 will go to 20. First column will go to 20. This is a $40 total bet, and here we go. As it gets higher in the progression, I'll share with you how one doing well and the other one not doing well can benefit your game. And that is a $20 win there. We're up $170. We're going to take third 12 back to 10, and first column is going to go from 20 to 30. And here we go. That's a 35 black, and that's a $10 loss there. That's because the one that we won had less money on it. So the third 12 that we won will stay at 10, and then the column is going to go from 30 to 50. Let's go ahead and spend this as a $60 total bet now on Dueling Dozens by Chris, and that's a 33 black. Okay, that's a $30 loss there. We're up 130. And again, the third 12 is going to stay at 10 there, you can see. The column's going to go from 50 to 80. And let's go ahead and spin. And that's a 1 red there. And that's a $150 win. So great, we're up 280 now. And the third 12 is going to go from 10 to 20. And the first column is going to go all the way back to 10. So again, you can see we're up $280 already with this one. And let's go ahead and spin. That's a 22 black. And that's a break even on that one. So you can see we hit on the column. So we want to make sure that one's at 10 still. And third 12 will go from 20 to 30. And that's a $40 total bet, 30 and 10. That's a 1 red. All right, that's a $10 loss there, but that's okay. We're up 270. That won't hurt us much. And third 12, let's make sure the column is at 10 still. Third 12 is going to go from 30 to 50. So that's a $60 total bet. Always want to check those bets, make sure they're right before you spin again. And that's a 10 black. All right, that's a $30 loss there. So we hit the column again. So we know the column's still at 10, so we don't need to mess with that. Third 12, though, is going to go from 50 to 80. Now we have a $90 total bet. Okay, that's a 31 black. And that's a $180 win. That's a jackpot. So now all of a sudden we're up $420. You can see that happened pretty quickly. We'll go back to 10 on each. And when you win both of them, obviously you reset both of them. And that's a 2 black. And that's a loss, so those will all go from 10 to 20. And let's go ahead and spin here again. We're 5 minutes in out of 15 with Dueling Dozens by Chris. And that's a 23 red. And that's a loss. So let's increase both those. That one, third 12 will go from 20 to 30, and so will first column. So that's a $60 total bet. And let's see what we get on this one. That's a 33 black. Okay, that's a $30 win on third 12. We're up 390. And so we make sure third 12 goes back to 10. And then the column will go from 30 to 50. Again, we're adding up our two previous bets of 30 and 20 to get 50. And it's best just to learn what the bets are, but you can use math if you forget. You just add up the two previous, and you can see that's a $30 loss, but we won one of them. We're up 360. So obviously the column is still, I'm sorry, the third 12 is still at 10, as you can see there. And the column's going to go from 50 to 80. So let's go ahead and spin here. And that's a 14 red. And we lost both of them there. So you can see third 12 is going to go from 10 to 20. This one's going to go from 80 to 130 on first column. And here we go. This is a $2,000 bankroll system. And that's a 34 red. That's a jackpot. That's a $300 win there. Now we're up $570. So let's go back to 10 each again and spin. And I just love the jackpot potential with this one combined with the Fibonacci. And that's a 6 black. Okay, that's a loss. So we'll go from 10 to 20 on both because we lost both of them. And let's go ahead and spin again here. That's a 32 red. Okay, that's a $20 win. We'll take it. We're up 570. And we'll make sure third 12's back at 10. And the first column will go from 20 to 30. Here we go. That's a 22 black. All right, that's a nice $50 win. You can see the column hit, and we're up 620. So we make sure that column's still at 10, and we dropped it back there. Third 12 will go from 10 to 20 now. Here we go. All right. That's a 12 red. And we lost both of them, so they're going to both go up. Third 12 is going to go from 20 to 30. And first column is going to go from 10 to 20. We're 8 minutes in out of 15 with Dueling Dozens by Chris. And that is a $40 win there. So we're up 630. Doing great with this one. And third 12, we need to make sure it's back at 10. And then we'll add, go from 20 to 30 on first column. Here we go. And that's a 2 black. And that's a loss. So you can see now we're up 590. And we lost both those. So third 12 goes to 20. First column goes from 30 to 50. Again, that's just adding up the two previous bets of 30 and 20. And that's a 28 black. That's another jackpot, $140 win. We're up $730 now. So now you can get a feel for what happened last night, and it's doing it again. So that's awesome. That's a 32 red. It's a $10 win. We're up $740, and third 12, we need to make sure it's still at 10, and then the column will need to go from 10 to 20. And let's go ahead and spend. This is a $30 total bet. That's a 4 black. Yeah, it's a $30 win, and we're up $770. So obviously the column will need to make sure it's at 10 still. Third 12 will go from 10 to 20. And you can see how these bets can help offset each other, because sometimes one's doing well and the other one's not. And that's great. So that's a $60 win there. And you can see that's a jackpot. So we're up $830 now. And let's go back to base level 10 each and spin. Got to reset both of them because they both hit. And that's a 24 black. That's a loss on both. So they'll go from 10 to 20 and spin. All right, here we go. That's a 29 black. Yeah, it's a $20 win there. We're up $830 now. So we're going to reset the third 12 back to 10. And then the column will go from 20 to 30. Now we have a $40 total bet. And it's a $2,000 bankroll system. That's a 13 black. And the benefit to that is, and we're up 50, or we won 50 on that one. We're up 880. Let's talk about that. And third 12 will need to go from 10 to 20. The column that won, we need to make sure it's back at 10. So, let me put that back out there. There we go. So we're still we're at 30 now. And again, the cool thing is if you play one Fibonacci dozen, that's a $2,000 bankroll. But I used a $2,000 bankroll with 2 of them, as you see here, and they have jackpot potential. So you can see we lost 30. That's both of them. So now we go from 20 to 30 and 10 to 20. Let's go ahead and spin. Here we go. So you have the same bankroll as one of the dozens, and you have 2, and you have jackpot potential. And there's another jackpot, $100 win there. We're up $950. So we'll be on back to base level 10 each again. We're 11.5 minutes in out of 15 with this incredible new roulette system from Chris. This is Dueling Dozens, and that's a $10 win. So we're up $960. We'll just, let's see, on that one there, we lost the third 12, so that needs to go to 20. Let's make sure that the column is still at 10. Okay, here we go. And let's spin. That's a 21 red. Okay, that's a loss on both. So the third 12 will go to 30 from 20. And the first column will go to 20 from 10. All right, here we go. That's a 24 black. And the more you play this, the more comfortable you get with the bets. And even though it's adding up the 2 previous bets for your next bet, and we lost both those, so this will go to 50, and that'll go to 30, $80 total. It's pretty great. So that's a 30 red. Okay, that's a $70 win there, and we're up $950. So now we make sure the third 12 is still at 10 or back at 10, and the column is going to go from 30 to 50. Now we have a $60 total bet, and let's go ahead and spin. That's a 30 red. That's a $30 loss. So we're up $920, and we need to make sure the third 12 is still at 10. It is. But the column needs to go up from 50 to 80. So we're at $90 total bet now, and let's spin. That's a 36 red. We didn't hit the column, so we lost $60 there. And we're still up $860. And third 12, we need to make sure that's still at 10. It is. And the column will go from 80 to 130.
No more bets.
All right, let's go ahead and spin. And that's a 6 black. And that's a $140 loss, so we lost both of them. Third 12 will go to 20. First column will go from 130 to 210.
No
All right, let's go ahead and spin, and let's see what we get here. And that's a 23 red. And that's a loss on both of them. So third 12 will go from 20 to 30. The column's going to go from 210 to 340. Okay, we're still up 490 though. So let's go ahead and spin here. That's a 15 black. But that's another loss there. My goodness. Okay, so we're up 120 now. And third 12 is going to go from 30 to 50. I'm glad you get to see all the bets now, though. This one's going to go from 340 to 550. And let's go ahead and spin.
No more bet.
$600 total bet now. And that's a 36 red. That offset it a little bit, but we lost the big bet there. So now for the first time we're down, and that 550 is going to need to go all the way to 890. And the third 12 is going to go from 50 to 80. The problem with this is, I guess if we lose this one, we'll still be in the game, but we won't be doing very well. Let's go ahead. That's a shame after as well as we've been doing, but let's go ahead and give it a go. I want to show you. This is actually, we're right at 15 minutes right now, so this will be our last spin. We're either going to lose or win on this last spin. So here we go.
No more bets.
And that's a 3 red. And we lost both of them. That's too bad after such a we didn't lose our bankroll in 15 minutes, but we went from doing really, really well to losing $1,300. And that didn't happen last night, but I'm glad you could see what can happen if things go bad. So you saw some good and bad today with this system. And let me know down in the comments what you guys think about it. And I just really appreciate everybody sending these systems in each and every day. I love searching for the best roulette system possible each and every day. And I hope you guys are really enjoying this journey with me. And if you're enjoying it, please like, share, and subscribe. And let's keep growing this great community of people. Again, send your systems into roulettemaster.c@gmail.com. That's roulettemaster.c@gmail.com. And we test a new one out every single day of the week at 7 a.m. Central Time. So I can't wait to see what you guys send in tomorrow. This is the Roulette Master, and have a great day, everybody.
Grant and Linda down on their luck in a smoky back room, felt like they were stuck. They heard about a man with a gambling plan, the roulette master who'd lend a steady hand. Said spin the wheel and watch where it lands. There's a